In de zaal zitten en genieten. Ja? Ga lekker in de zaal zitten. Je kunt daar langs en dan kan je naar binnen.
Dus ik kan geen privéopnames maken van dat?
Je kan in de zaal zitten en opnemen. Ja? Maar niet hier achter de coulissen. Dus gewoon daar zitten. Echt waar, kom maar.
Oké. Ah? Oké. Is het dan? Oh, mooi.
Last time I was in Amsterdam and Rotterdam was 2014. The occasion was we had just began raising money for the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. And I'm happy to say that I'm now back to let you know not only did we buy the school, it's completely renovated, brothers and sisters. And if all goes well, we're going to have a grand opening for the community this Kwanzaa. So I want you guys to stay in touch with me. I'm going to give you my phone number before we leave so you can message Dr. Umar directly on WhatsApp. And if everything lines up, we're looking at a 7-day celebration from December the 26th to January the 1st. And I'm hoping some of my brothers and sisters from the Netherlands can be there. You're going to fly into Philadelphia International Airport. Delaware is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania's backyard. You fly into Philly, and it's a 20-minute drive from the Philadelphia International Airport to the front door of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. And that we're older than Jesus.
Yeah.
And we're older than Muhammad. And we're older than Abraham. I didn't say give up the church. I said, embellish your religious tradition with some of that ancient African ashe. That's all we say. You ain't got to give up Jesus, but put a dashiki on him. That's all we say. You ain't got to give up Muhammad, put a dashiki on him. That's all we say. Africanize your Christianity. Africanize your Islam. Africanize whatever your religion is. Make it useful for African liberation. That's all we're saying. You don't have to throw it away. Just baptize it back into Africanity. That's all we're saying, brothers.
Yes.
So we're going to teach the children that. And some parents are afraid. I've been getting emails and text messages. They say, Dr. Umar, I want to send my son to your school, but I heard you're going to be teaching about ancestors. I said, yes, I am. That's a part of who we are. I said, isn't it amazing that you will call on Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Abraham, David, Solomon? You don't even know them. But you call on them, but we call on our ancestors, and you got a problem. He said, well, if you're going to teach ancestors, I can't let my son go to the school. I said, well, brother, you're telling me that you're going to deprive your son of the education he needs to prepare him for this racist world he's going to meet when he becomes a man. And you're going to deprive him of that education because of your religious brainwash. And I said, but wait a minute, brother. In the public schools of America and in the public schools of Europe, they teach our children all types of, but it's not okay for him to learn the righteousness of African traditionalism. I said, keep him home then. Because there are no exemptions at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Every child gets the same curriculum. He don't have to practice African spirituality, but he must learn about it. We will also teach financial and economic science. Real estate, we gotta teach it.
Yes.
Crypto, we gotta teach it.
Yes.
Stocks and investing, we gotta teach it. Do you know the top 1% richest people in the world never went to college?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Top 1% richest people on earth never went to college. I'm not against college. I have 6 college degrees. I have a doctorate in clinical psychology from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine. I also have a master's degree in clinical psychology from the Same Institution. I have a master's degree in educational leadership from Lehigh University. And I got my first master's as a school psychologist from Millersville University in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, where I earned my undergraduate degrees in political science and psychology. New construction sites going up, all the new buildings. I don't see no black people working. I don't see no black people working. I see Caucasians, I see Arabs, I see Asians. I don't see no Africans. Because we ain't got the skills. We at the university, going broke, learning about the king of the Dutch. Learning about Columbus, Helen Keller, and Anne Frank, and all the European heroes. What the hell a black child needs to learn about that? They didn't like us. And y'all still don't have black Dutch history in your history books. And some of y'all don't even care because you so stuck on being accepted by white people. Some of y'all so stuck on being accepted by white folks, you will commit psychological amnesia just to be accepted.
Yeah. True. True that.
Parents, I'm your personal psychologist for your children. So before you go signing up any of my little brothers and sisters for special ed in the Netherlands, have a conversation with me, please. Because some of you are getting our children evaluated at 3, 4, and 5 for autism. Now, autism is real, but you cannot confirm autism at 3 and 4. They're too young. Some of you getting our children tested for reading and math disabilities at 6 and 7 years old. They're too young. And you know what? Most of our children don't have reading and learning problems. You know what their problems are, Mom and Dad? They lazy. That's what's wrong with black children in Holland, just like New York.
Yeah.
They lazy.
Yeah.
Dr. Umar, he has a comprehension problem. No, he don't. He has a I don't want to learn how to comprehend problem. Dr. Umar, my daughter has trouble with algebra. No, she don't. She's not interested in learning how to do algebra. Let me explain something to you, black parents. Lack of motivation is not a learning disability. Low interest is not a learning disability. A lack of focus is not a learning disability. Not giving a damn about your education is not a learning disability. And I'm looking at the rates of black children in special ed in the Netherlands, and I know half of those children in special ed don't have a learning problem. And that's why if I was in charge of education for African children in Holland, we wouldn't diagnose the babies, we'd diagnose their parents.
Oké. Het hoge woord is eruit. Het hoge woord is eruit.
He's not learning disabled. His mother is learning disabled. He's not ADHD. His father is ADHD. And you know what I call ADHD? I don't call it attention for reading. Special ed is mostly reading. We got some autistic kids, but not many. We got some speech and language, but children, black children, and some brain injured black children, and some orthopedically disabled black children. But most of our children in special ed throughout the world are there for reading. So let me ask you black parents something. Christmas, last December, white Christmas. How many of you bought your child some books for Christmas? See how quiet it is in here? It is. You bought video games. You bought cell phones. You bought tablets. You bought Jordans. You bought Nikes. You bought weaves and perms. You bought clothes. But almost none of you bought your children books for Christmas or for their birthday. If I go into your home right now in Rotterdam, if I go into your home right now in Amsterdam, Will I see a bookshelf in there? Will I see a dictionary with more than 100 pages? Will I see a thesaurus with more than 100 pages? Will I see a complete set of encyclopedia A through Z? No, I won't. No, I won't. There will be a white picture of Jesus on the wall. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The American Africans, we got it bad on the other side of the Atlantic. Your New York brothers and sisters, your Texas brothers and sisters, your Georgia and Detroit and Chicago brothers and sisters, they got it bad. But you European Negroes, y'all worse than us.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all still got it in Jesus' name. I'm not attacking religion. I'm attacking the images of your religion. Because Jesus was not white. Jesus wasn't African. In ancient Nile Valley culture, you couldn't even be named Christ unless your skin was blue, black, purple. Because our ancestors saw blackness as the color of God, not white. Oh yes. Jesus was from the tribe of Judah, the bluest, blackest tribe of the 12. Every image of Christ, every statue of Christ before Leonardo da Vinci painted The Last Supper in 1482, most of the images of Christ were blue, black, purple. If you go to Italy now, in the Vatican, they have original paintings of Christ as an African. So we know what Jesus looked like. But when Leonardo painted that painting, that white Last Supper in 1482, that would be the major psychological weapon used against African people. And it's no coincidence that that painting was painted 10 years before Columbus's 1492 voyage. Black people are still suffering from that white Jesus. You don't believe me? Why do you think black women spend so much money on weaves and perms? Because you want to look like white Jesus.
So my girl for make churi, my hair and white churi. For next.
My rule with the queens is real simple. If I can't grab it, you can't have it. If I can't grab it, you can't have it. My beautiful African sisters, why do you need that on your head? Trying to look like a white man. You don't need that. See, in European culture, hair lift is associated with beauty. That's okay, because that's their culture. You're not a European, you're an African. In our culture, beauty is associated with character.
Hey! Yes! Yes! Yes, man!
Character dictates your beauty, not length of hair. And some of my sisters, you're so beautiful, but you cover your face up with all this weave. Can't even see your eyes. You think it's attractive to have fake hair down to the back of your knee? Black women so beautiful, y'all need to shave all the fake hair off and accentuate your facial features. Some of y'all gorgeous, but you don't believe in yourself. You don't see God in your image.
True.
And that's why we need Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. And then we're going to open up the Anna Douglas Amy Garvey Academy. Within 3 years, we're going to have the Princess Academy. Because we got to work on the girls too. We can't leave them out. But when the girls show up, I'm telling you now, they got to have their own natural hair. There will be no weaves at my school. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sister, if you want to work at the school, you got to show up natural. You want to volunteer at the school, you got to show up natural. You can't be no teacher at no Pan-African Academy looking like an oppressor. The war against black women is for their beauty, but I don't blame my sisters for that. I blame my brothers.
Yeah.
And you know why I blame my brothers? Because black women are only trying to look like what they see us look at.
Oh, it's still on. Yeah.
Black women are trying to emulate the woman that black men want.
Blond.
You want the Kim Kardashian. You want the Jennifer Lopez. Let's be honest. Black men, let's be honest. When you come across a beautiful, dark-skinned African sister here in the Netherlands, you don't give her no attention.
I do.
Black men, we have a very big light-skin supremacy problem. You look for the lightest black woman you can find. Some of y'all find women so light, I think they're aliens. And for my light-skinned sisters, I'm not picking on you. African is African. First color on the Gaudi flag is red because it is the blood that makes you African. So I'm not knocking my light-skinned Africans. We all the same. We all equal. I'm simply highlighting a bias amongst black men that tunes out your darker-skinned sisters and only pay attention to you. I want to make sure you understand. All these slavers in this auditorium. We got butter almond. We got butter pecan. We got sweet brown sugar. We got hot butterscotch. We got warm peanut butter. We got Congolese fudge. Stop ignoring brown skin and dark skin and only chasing after the light skin. And for my fair-skinned sisters, don't you let no brother roll up on you just because he wants your skin color. That's an insult to your intelligence. That's an insult to your spirituality. I run across sisters who say, Dr. Umar, he only want me because I'm light. Why you with his ass? Throw him back. Better yet, give him to the snow bunnies. And you better not have your snow bunny loving ass Too many black women in the Netherlands for you to be walking around with a snow bunny. I am not against white women. They deserve as much respect as any other woman. But if we are going to rebuild our communities, if we are going to rebuild African people, we can only do it with a black man and a black woman. Stop doing outside. Stop doing outside. This past December 19th, Prime Minister of the Netherlands, Mark Rutte, did I say it? Give me the touch. Come on, ninjas, give me the touch.
Rutte. Rutte.